Hi everybody, today I'm going to make parallettes. I've made a couple sets and I'm going to show you how to make them without messing them up. There's a couple tricks and I hope you like the video. Hey everybody, today we're going to make parallettes. Parallettes are an awesome piece of fitness equipment. It's really great for working on your chest, your back, your arms, your core, and it's something that I really like to do, especially inside when it's raining, when you don't have a lot of room to exercise. You can get a really good workout. I was able to make mine for about $30. So I got most of my parts at Home Depot, but I actually didn't have a hacksaw because it was in storage. Most of the local hardware stores around here will actually cut it for you for free. So I went to the local hardware store to actually get the piece of PVC that we're going to use today, and they actually took a piece like this and turned it into this. So what we have here is everything we need minus the connections. This was about a little over 8 feet of PVC, 1.5 inch, which is what we need. It makes two 24-inch pieces. What we're going to use is the part you actually use to put your arms on, balance on. There's a couple ways of doing it. I like to have this at about 24 inches because I found when I made them smaller, they weren't as stable. And I ended up rocking a little bit, and I kind of don't want to do that, especially if you're just starting out. You want to make sure that you have something that's really, really stable. Then you need 4 7-inch pieces. This is going to be for the arms that hold it up. And then you're going to need 8 5-inch pieces for the feet. So we're going to get started. One thing that I've learned is that if you don't do it in a specific order, the parts don't end up working right, they don't connect right, and they're kind of wonky. So I really start with the top bar first. When you're working with PVC, you kind of want to sand it down a little bit, make it rougher, and makes the glue stick better. It's not, if you don't have it, it's not that big of a deal. But what I do is I rough up this part a little bit, and then you can rough up the inside so it sticks. This is one of the most important parts because getting this right, if you mess it up, there's no way to fix it. So what you do with this, and we're going to zoom in here a little bit. So what you do with this part is you really want to get not too much of a coating. You just want to get a little bit of a coating, and you can come all the way in on this. A little bit of a coating, and what you do is you just quickly see there's a line in there, so how far it pushes. You just get a quick coat like that, and it actually dries really fast. So then you want to put it on and twist it as it dries. So we're going to let that sit for a second, and we're going to do the next one at the same time. So now that we have this together, these two pieces dried. They dry really fast. You don't need to wait that long, just a couple seconds. Now we're going to do the next side of it. This is where you kind of got to make sure that you don't mess up. And if you're noticing right here, you want these to be at a 90 degrees so they fit properly. So what I do is I'm going to show you before I glue it in there, and then I'm going to do it. So you're going to glue it, put it in, hold this bottom side down. You're going to want to hold this bottom side down and then twist when you're doing the twist so that it's flat, so you can make sure that you're actually getting proper 90 degrees here. So we're going to go ahead and record this real quick. Sorry, I'm dying. So here we go. And this dries really fast, so you got to put it in there and then twist it really quick. So we put the piece in, got it in all the way, and just like that. You can see it actually almost dried quicker than I could turn this thing. It was almost bad news. But we got this one done. I'm going to do the next one. And you really got to do it pretty quick. You want to make sure that you get it in there. And turn it. You want to turn it as you're putting it on. Not put it on and then turn it, because then it gets stuck. So here we go. Okay, so it's squeezing it in and turning. There we go. It's on my hands. Done. We got those two pieces done. Now we're going to let them sit for a second. You can see that's perfect. It sits flat. It's not rocking at all. That's how you know if it's good, because you want to put both these pieces down. Make sure that they don't rock. So now we got these two pieces done. We're going to move on to the next part of it. Also very easy. And what I like to do is anything that I'm putting weight on, I don't really actually glue that part, because what I found is these are kind of annoying to store, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. But I want to be able to turn the feet when I want to store it and put it somewhere really nice where it's out of the way. So the bottom part of these feet I glue on. So we're going to do that real quick. We've got 4 of these that we need to glue in. So I'm going to put these aside and work on these next 4. And then these ones are really easy. You can't mess this part up. Basically, you're gonna put a little glue in there and just shove these on there. And then I put my weight on it to really make sure that it's actually in there. Because you want these to be all the same size. If you don't push these up all the way, if you don't end up pushing down on these and making sure that they're at the same height, they don't sit right. So you really want to make sure that they're both seated the same. And fair warning, this glue gets everywhere. It's pretty messy. You really want to do this somewhere where you're not going to mess up anything that's important. Next piece, in and down. And that was a little hard to see. If you want to make sure that they're seating properly, if you look in here, it actually sits onto an edge. So what I do is I look in each one of them and make sure that they're all seating properly. The feet, I kind of do the end pieces first just because it's easy and it takes the least amount of energy. So I'm going to do all the feet real quick. These caps, doesn't matter if they don't seat all the way because they're going to be flat on the floor anyways. There we go, we got all the feet down. Now we're just going to put them together. These ones actually glue as well because sometimes they come out. So it's just a quick glue on the inside and shove in there really quick. Same thing on the other side. Quick glue. Yep. Got one done. There we go. We got all 4 feet done. And this is what I was talking about in terms of not gluing the rest of it down. I found that, when you're putting this together, it's really easy. You just push these in, and I don't glue this part because this is the part, like I said, you want to be able to twist it like this and be able to store it somewhere so that it has a nice small profile. If it's like this, it takes up a lot of room. So I don't glue this upper part. So I just kind of hit it down, and your body weight's actually gonna hold it down so you really don't have to worry about it moving that much. I use the edge of a table when I'm trying to align the feet just to make sure that it sits right. So we've got one done. So this is, you can get this at the hardware store. This isn't necessary, you don't have to get it. It's called cloth tape. They put it on hockey sticks and other pieces. But when you're beginning, it's kind of nice because these can be a little slippery. And slippery is great because you build the strength, you have to grip it more. But for beginners, it's really nice to kind of put the tape on here so you have something to hold on to. This is only about $5. You can also get it on Amazon. I also like putting the grip tape on here because sometimes when you're doing the exercises, you move a little bit and your arms get kind of misaligned. And with the grip tape, you're making sure that you're putting your arms aligned and everything's in the right proper form. So here we go. We got 2 awesome parallettes. I'm going to show you a couple exercises real quick, just real fast, what you can do with them, just to give you some examples. There's a lot of exercises online. Also, I'm going to release a Parallettes workout video that we can check out.